Almighty! Hope you enjoy this one. This is my stream, but you can still enjoy it as much as you see fit. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of self-reflection here at the start of this stream and basically admit something. I have to admit that I am terrible at Escape from Tarkov. I'm quite bad. I'm not good with money. I'm not good with guns. But I'm working on being better with both. So, I've reset my PVE account, and I'm basically going to start from zero, from the very beginning. Now, how will that work out for me? I don't know. We'll see. We're going to be playing PVE so that we can, really get a great base of understanding. Because I have pretty much no understanding of this game, it seems like. At least that's what it feels like. Anyway, let's open up the game. Open her up real quick. Bring up the old Panda 91. The old Panda 91. Now, this is the wrong game. So I will turn it to Escape from Tarkov. Actually, I'll just turn it to my display capture, maybe? Yeah, that'll work. There it is. Whoa. Now, I've been having quite the numerous technical problems for some weeks now. My microphone on my headset has just decided to stop working, but only when it's either where it's supposed to be muted or all the way down in front of my face. I guess I'll show the camera like so. That's the wrong thing I turned off. Turn the image off. There I am. So, if the mic is here, in the middle area, perfectly fine. Also, the game is here. I haven't been hearing too well in my left ear. A lot of things have been going wrong, but none of that is your concern. You don't have to worry about that. What you need to worry about is video games and how I'm here to play them. Now, if you enjoy that, that's what we're here for. That's the whole thing. All right, I'm a USEC. I'm a United Security. I'm that. My name is going to be Blackburn. No, Mullen. The voice of Brent.
Stay focused, guys.
Yeah, that works. And Panda 91. Everyone knows the name at this point. If you didn't, how did you click a video or a stream titled Panda 91's doesn't really matter. Anyway, the microphone. I could talk forever with no sound coming through the mic. I don't know what happened. It literally, I shifted down into like the position it's supposed to be in. Something's messed up in the headset. Something's messed up in the computer. Everything's been messed up technologically. That's okay. That's neither here. That's neither there. It's fine. No worries. As long as the microphone can produce some sound, as long as my voice picks up at some points, we should be fine. We should be able to work our way through it. Now, this is going to throw me into the tutorial because I've reset my game. So this is going to be, we're starting back from zero. I'm learning Escape from Tarkov, essentially. My game is insanely quiet. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not right now. We'll see. I'll get into the game and start shooting off shots. Keep the subtitles on. Oh, no. Hold on. There's audio. We're picking up audio, ladies and gentlemen. I also got a haircut. My head's shaved. It's gone. Beard's still there. Can never get rid of it. There's plot. Hold on. We have story to go through.
Both Norvensk and Tarkov became centers of international partnership. One of the most influential corporations on the global stage, Terra Group, has established its regional headquarters in Tarkov.
Now this game has taken up a good 95% of my time the past 2 months.
Even back then, it was
I can't stop playing it. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot stop playing
The
Tarkov.
corporation was actively acquiring
But we'll get
land
into
and
that
absorbed local
once we get into
businesses for
gameplay, and I
syncopates
can
revolutionary projects.
talk about why it's
The
captured my
vehicles
imagination
reached
so
the
well.
India. That's what they used to say. Terror groups
It's not
influence
the
in the
story,
city grew
although
rapidly.
not a
But
bad
it
story
wasn't long
whatsoever.
before they started showing interest
There's a
in
whole lot
restricted
of
government facilities.
plot
Many
going on
that
here.
couldn't go unnoticed by domestic
A whole
security
lot of it.
agencies. In order to protect their
So
enterprises, Terror Group
we could be
hired
locking in, we could be
UNC,
focusing up on the
United
plot,
Security.
but that's not really
USEC personnel began blocking access
not
to
really what
Terror
I'm gonna
Group's
be able to do. I'm
facilities.
gonna be honest.
The
That's not what I'm
United
here
States
for.
authorities no
I'm here
longer
for
had a
shooting
full
guns
picture of what the
and trying to
corporation was
make
doing
money.
within Tarkov's borders. Eventually, a team of investigators was sent to the local headquarters to search the building and compile a report.
Very
The
important.
USEC operatives refused
This is
to
very
let
important
the
plot
officials
stuff.
through and opened fire.
Don't let me
After that incident, a new
prevent
force
you
appeared in the Norvensk region.
from
PVE
understanding it.
Bear.
Oh, the
Their main
bears.
mission was to expose and gather evidence of Terror Group's illegal activities around the world. At first, Bear's operations and their clashes with USEC forces were limited and isolated, but the tension escalated quickly. It was too risky to fully involve military forces to maintain order.
Gotta be extra careful out there.
The UN forces and Russian military blocked all routes in and out of the city.
Yep.
And the UNTAR mission began evacuating civilians. But despite the authorities' statements, the situation in Tarkov was no longer under anyone's control.
Oh yeah, Tarkov's a war zone, baby.
Bear and USEC evolved into an all-out armed conflict.
We in war now, baby.
Marauders and bandits, soon nicknamed scabs, only made things worse.
Oh no, they took it out. They took the drone out.
Each carrying out orders from their respective command. Before all this, Tarkov was featured in the world's top
Look out for that guy.
news.
Don't want to be a part of in that guy's
Now
crosshair.
it shows up in the combat logs of the contract wars. But it didn't end there. Terror Group's local headquarters became Bear's primary objective, withstanding multiple assault attempts. During one of those raids, something happened. An event that split Tarkov's history into the before and after.
Escape from Tarkov. Beautiful. What an incredible plot. Alright. Moral of the story. What is the point of the game? We have to leave. We are in the ground zero. Pun very much intended. We are in the starting point of the whole problem. Now, this is Escape from Tarkov. Alright. Let's pick some stuff up. We have to listen to this. We have to pick up these med items. Voila. Don't worry. I'm a professional. Alright? I can get this done in no time. Quickly put these two in these special items. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I've done played this tutorial once, so no problems here. Alright. We're gonna be searching duffel bags. We're gonna be searching everything. Alright? We are at literally point nothing. We have no money, nothing. No, barely any guns. I have a singular pistol. Let's look at the rounds. We're looking at... This is a very complex and complicated game. Give me the MPX. Thank you very much. I'll take all the ammo. Yep. Alright. Very... What? Ooh. How about that? How about that for a little fix? Your gun can jam. Alright, this game is very complex. This game is so in-depth, so much. Alright, so... Face cover, headgear, earpiece, eyewear, armband, body armor, a holster, on sling, on back. Alright, 2 primary guns, a pistol, all kinds of medical items to do stuff with. You know, you got your heavy bleeds, you got your broke arms, your broke legs. You have everything bad you could imagine. Put some more Ripper ammo in here. That would do good, you know? Why not? It's, you know, just to make sure. I mean, some of these magazines are empty. Wait, hold on. Where's this plot? That thing should be plot. What's my plot? It looks like it's him. Are you holding something? Oh, he is. What do you got here? Benji. Commander already chewed you out for poor weapon maintenance, but seriously, use your head. If your gun jams, that's it. You're effing dead. Stop being a dumbass and start taking proper care of your weapon. Alright, man. My bad, dude. I didn't know. Alright, flashlight. Voila. Fire mode. I'm full auto now. Select main weapon. This is my main weapon. I can search these bodies and do all that. I don't know if I need to. There's gonna be some bad guys in here. See, here's the problem. Games like this, games like Rainbow Six Siege, they make me want to sniff my monitor so that I feel like I'm doing the most production. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop. Excuse me, sirs. See, I can't see jack. Oh, he's shooting me. He's shooting me. He's shooting me. There's too many. Just kidding, there's not enough. Haha. One down. Just kidding. Don't reload that gun. I'm gonna die here. And that's alright. Imagine dying in the tutorial. Well, it's happened before. Oh, hello, sir. Y'all just stop shooting at me for a second. If y'all could. Thank you. If y'all could just stop shooting real quick, that'd be grand. That would actually be grand. Did I get this guy too? Or did he walk away? Where are you going, sir? You're not allowed to leave. Just so you know, you shot at me. So you're not allowed to leave. Haha! Got him! Alright, well, that was a very painful endeavor. I lost an arm. So I can put that thing right back on. Let me just do a little bit of quick surgery, alright? Do a little bit of surgery real quick. Don't need that arm for too long. Just needed to hold my gun steady it a little bit. So, shouldn't be too much trouble. I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm just trying to get to the exit, brother. Now let's heal up this gun. This arm. Put that on my hotkey so I could just, you know, do whatever I want. Where am I supposed to leave? I forget. Do I have to jump this? Haha. Voila. Approximately 15 rounds left. That could be bad. Could be bad. Another note. Aha. An exfil. Good to know. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ah! Good shot, sir. Meow. Meow. Where's he shooting from? Haha. Voila. Let me just get a little bit of health back. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. See, the problem with these bots is they think that I am another bot. They don't realize that I'm coming. There was a landmine there. Don't even worry about it. There was a tiny tripwire with a couple of landmines. It's okay. It's okay, though. I'll just avoid blowing up here in the future. Thankfully, you're pretty much invincible in the tutorial, which is a great sign of things to come for the rest of the game, right? No. No, you're not invincible in the main game, believe it or not. You're actually very likely to just die. You're just gonna fall over. You're not gonna be able to make it. I'm gonna have to try my best to avoid those type of problems when I'm actually in the main game. Who's there? Abwadwa. Hello, sir. Alright, well. Now that he's taken care of. Now I can do my searching in peace. What do you have? Oh, I stopped searching. A little bit of armor. You know, better armor. Oh, this is a commando armor. Well, I guess we'll search it. And then we'll swap over. Now this has been quite the fun experience for me personally, just running through the game poor and trying to be less poor, right? You dead? You're dead. Just trying to run through the game with basically nothing, with about 14 buckaroos on me. I'm bleeding. No good. It's a light bleed. Even worse. Yeah, I don't know. Just going through with nothing and attempting to make it out like a bandit. Now, isn't always the best route to try and, you know, be successful. What? Got him. Got him. Yeah, it isn't always the best route to be successful, especially since there's people in the game that are just walking around in the biggest armor with the biggest gun and the biggest bullets inside those guns. Basically, people don't want to see you walk in with nothing and walk out with everything. I don't know why, though. I don't know why that's not seen as more of a potential route to take. Look at that. Even better armor. Although, I can't put it on because I wanted to keep the armored rig. Ooh. Now this gun, I gotta turn the flashlight and the laser off. Otherwise, it'll just stay on. I didn't switch to full auto. That could have been real bad. That could have been real bad. I mean, it was bad. I got another bleed. My left arm's gone now. No. Why does this keep happening to me? It's fine. The exit's right out here. I just have to make it to the exit. Alright? It's very simple. Now, there's going to be a couple people guarding this exit, most likely. Like that guy. See, it sucks not having the hearing I would normally have as well. I don't know why. Well, I got one of them. Got one, coach! Ah! Stop shooting me in the back. This gun is hard to aim without a scope. Well, whatever. I'm at the exit anyway. Goodbye. Okay! Very successful exfil from the tutorial. So, I wasn't able to give too much information or run down the game that well there. But that's okay. That's what the actual game is for. I killed a lot of scavs, technically. Barely. I barely walked through enough scavs. Oh, almost a big level up to level 4. Now, the main point of this game is there's a billion things to do to escape from Tarkov. There's like so much to get done. There's everything. Welcome to PVE Zone. This mode you can experience the full game without PvP players like real world humans destroying all hope of making it out alive. Now, I would prefer to play PvP in most instances because there's a feeling that you get while playing PvP, especially when you have something you really want to get out of the raid with, that is unmatched, and you can't necessarily reach that feeling in PvE nowhere nearly the same, to the same extent or same level. So I wish I could be in the PvP, but unfortunately, hardware technology, my specific hardware, my technology, limits me in a way because I have just 16 gigabytes of RAM. Who would have thought this would become a problem? Not little old me in 2020 when I bought my computer. I thought it would just last forever. Every video game ever that ever came out for the rest of time, I thought I'd be able to play with zero issue. I was incorrect. I was wrong. My computer can still play a lot of games, and it could play, you know, it could play more games than most people have access to, so for that, I'm thankful. But it can't perfectly load me into a raid in Escape from Tarkov. It usually will give me a delay. It will sometimes kick me from the raid entirely, and sometimes won't let me play in the raid at all. Now, I don't want to deal with all that, so I'm just gonna play PvE. At least, like, yeah, majorly just gonna be playing PvE on stream, and for the YouTube later in life. But that's, you know, once I potentially within the next year or two, I'm hoping to have an upgrade of my computer, and then with an upgraded computer, we'll see. Maybe I can find a computer with 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's going to be very hard, very difficult, as I hear there is a current huge shortage of RAM going on throughout the entire world. So, knock on wood, fingers crossed, I can eventually find my way to an upgrade. But that's all just hearsay. That's unbelievable. Anyway, all the mechanics are identical to PvP. God bless, have fun. Now, the character they give me all kinds of stuff. All right, I'm gonna be honest. You start with a whole plethora of items. They give you a whole bunch of stuff to basically go into raid and just lose. That's what I do usually. I die and lose all of my items very quickly most times. Now, before we get into that, first of all, we'll look at the tasks. We gotta talk to Ragman. We gotta talk to Therapist. All right, we gotta talk to the 2 traders that we have access to. Let's visit Therapist after we look at what all these keys are. Figuring out keys and junk. Now, visit Therapist. Let's see what she has to say. She might have a lot to say. I don't think she's going to bring up my lack of RAM and bad computer. I don't think she's going to bring that up. But she might. So, just so y'all know, it might be on the test. Alright? Make sure to study. Keep it up. Keep it up to date. Alright? Always keep these things in the back of your head. You never know what's going to be on the midterm. So, just making sure that you're ready. Anyway. She's basically saying there's no way out. There's no way out of Tarkov. We have to find our way to escape from Tarkov. Anyway, how much do you want to, for civilian evacuation, do not economize. Yeah, I can hand over 250,000 rubles. The game gives you a decent amount to hold on to at the start of the game. Yep. You got any jobs for me? Well, thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Yeah, go in to Ground Zero and find medical items. Cool, good to know. I have a couple medical items I could give her right now. I'm not gonna do that. Do you have anything for sale for me? Otherwise, in other words, I have something I want to sell to you. Now, don't make this mistake. I made this mistake when I first opened up the game, and I did it in PvP and just had no way of going back. This right here is called a LEDX. A LEDX skin transmutalizer. All right, this little dandiest feature of a thing. This is worth 611,000 rubles. It's worth a lot of money. All right. Now you could hand over this item to Therapist for free for that medical task that I just started, or you could actually just get the 611,000 rubles, which is a way better deal because you're actually, getting a bunch of money for the item instead of just handing it over to her for free. Now, when I first started PvP, I was an idiot, as I am most times with most things, and I just handed over the LEDX for free and was like, here, take this 500,000 ruble item, just have it. I don't want it. I didn't want it anymore. Alright, so also a GPU graphics card. This is a great high sale item, especially on the black market. If I could sell it on the dark web, I would, because it's worth a lot. But unfortunately, the dark web doesn't open to you until level 45. So a big thing with this game is trying to level up as quickly as possible to be able to sell everything to anyone, so you can get the best prices for everything. But for now, I just sell it to Therapist because she gives me the best rubles deal on it. And yeah, we'll make a little bit of money. So those are my first 2 suggestions. Don't trade in the LEDX for nothing and get absolutely nothing for it. I don't remember what the other thing was. Basically, both of them are don't trade in the LEDX because it's worth a lot of money. Now, after that, you could also sell the whiskey, I guess. I don't know if the whiskey's gonna be too necessary. Everything else, I think we'll keep. We'll keep everything else, you know, keep that on hand. No, I don't need any more jobs, or I don't need any more of that. I've got to go, therapist. I'm explaining the game poorly. The only way Panda 91 can. Alright, now we gotta talk to Ragman. Now we gotta go see what Ragman's talking about. Now Ragman's cool because he's got all the he's got all your headgears, your armors, your tactical vest. He's got a bunch of stuff that you might utilize throughout your journey of Tarkov. Now I'm going to talk to him, so I don't need to look at his shop yet. I don't need to look at the old, I don't know. Anyway, is there a supply issue or something? Some nonsense going on? Armor, clothes. I did not just come here for shopping. In fact, I didn't come here for shopping at all. I need to get to the port, but I don't know how to.
Я тебя и с нужными людьми сведу, и дорогу покажу. Сделай только кое-что для меня сначала.
Yes, every single trader is going to ask you for one little favor that will obviously turn into 60 favors. Now, is that a problem? Not necessarily. You can absolutely pick and choose either your favorite traders or your favorite tasks, however you want to do it. I personally, I don't really do many of the tasks at all. I'll be honest. I just I go straight into a raid, just thinking about the money possibility, the gain of a huge financial increase. That's what I usually go into raid thinking about. Anything. A regular recon job, huh? They want me to go to interchange. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Don't forget, something about purchases. Alright, yep, Now, we have got our first bit of tasks. Now, survive or extract from interchange one, or survive and extract from interchange once, or just visit there 3 times. Pretty solid thing. And then also, we got this side quest, locate the Intercom station on ground 0, hand over any found in raid medical items. Cool. So, let's get our character ready. We already got our M9A3 pistol. Let's get one of these guns. Let's get the MPX. I'm willing to risk that and throw that out and let's see. They gave me plenty of ammo. Give me 2 magazines. Yeah, this should be good. And I'll use a Razor earpiece. I'll use a half mask. Why not? Oh, where's Ragman? Hold on. I have to buy my only purchase to start is a blue armband. That is going to be the Panda 91 special. If you see this blue armband running around in raid, there's a chance. It's not always going to be me, but there's a chance that you have seen Panda 91 aimlessly running through your raid, ready to die. Now, let's go to ground 0 to work toward the medical items. Let's do the first side task. I'm going to do the first side task. I'm going to probably do the interchange task. And I don't have any plans past that, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Now, I could end up playing this game for the next 8 hours. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. Hopefully, I can reel myself back. Just try and give a few basic things as to starting up the game that I can give, that I have done. I mean, I'm talking like I have zero experience in the game, which, granted, my skill set, it's not there, alright? It's a bit lacking right now, but I do have about 200 hours of PVE experience before I've done this little reset to try and basically start from the first point again, start from the tutorial and try and pick up all those details and have, you know, have that little tiny bit of advantage that I was lacking when I first started the game. So I'm trying my best, man. Now, where the ramp, now, I've said this to many people talking about this game, like in calls and whatnot. To me, the craziest thing about Escape from Tarkov is my biggest problem with the game And my biggest issue with Escape from Tarkov right now has nothing to do with the gameplay or the game itself. It has to do with the optimization of the game and the fact that my technology itself seems to struggle in not only running the game at times, but just, you know, loading me in, getting me into raids and stuff. That being my biggest issue kind of threw me off. It threw me for a loop, especially when I started. Where am I? Well, you know, I'm going straight to Emercom. Let me go straight to the place. Let me go straight to where I need to go. Now let's look at the old... I don't need a flashlight on... Now there's so many buttons. Uh-oh. There is a scav not happy with me. I saw him. My sensitivity is cracked, yo. My sensitivity is so high up. It's okay though. I'll let that scav be. I'll let him live. I'll let that robot decide whether he wants to be a man or a robot. Anyway, I don't even know. I don't know. I'm gonna get lost 1,000 times while playing this game, as I've always been able to do with every game I've ever played, especially full stream. Anyway, that first side quest, we just have to go into this tent. Oh, don't get killed by the scav that's trying to kill me. Oh. I forgot to switch it to full auto. Now that's a problem that I have, personally. Wow, that gun looks insane. That gun looks crazy. Let's take his magazines. Let's take his medical item that we could give to therapist. Now this is pretty... Oh, I almost didn't get that item. Hey, another medical item. All right, I don't know. Doing the side quest, very simple, very simple. Find medical items. Do not give your LEDX, because there is a billion medical items that you can find in raid that's not a LEDX. And yeah, you're very unlikely to come across another one of those anytime soon. Anytime soon. What is this? Yeah, I'll take a cat tourniquet. There's so much with the medical. There's so much to explain about this game. I'll honestly... Yeah, I'll just get out of this raid. I was in that raid for a grand total of 3 seconds. But I got out with a gun, many medical items for the task, and that's about it. But that's enough to not have to worry about, you know, just... You don't want to go straight in the raid and leave kind of as quickly as I just did there. Not most of the time. If you can kill a scav along the way, you're probably good to leave, you know. But if you don't, you get a penalty for entering the raid and exiting the raid too quickly. When you get that penalty, it basically takes away the check mark that says that you found the item in raid, and that check mark's pretty important, especially for a lot of the quests and a lot of the hideout things, which I haven't even showed off the hideout just yet. So I guess I can do that as soon as I hand over these items. Now, the syringe, the bandage, and another bandage. We've completed our first task. That is fantastic. Mission complete. And now she's gonna want Salewas, which we have one, as we just found that one in raid, but we have to find 2 more. That's all right. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We'll get our reward. 2 waters, a factory map that pretty much useless. The maps in this game, I haven't found much use for them. Is all I'll say. That's just what I know. There just ain't much use for them. Let's see. I got over 1 million rubles. This is solid. All right, but I am poor. I am extremely poor. Now I have the starting equipment stuff, you know, and I haven't lost anything technically yet because I haven't died. Now those are 2 positives. However, I'm still not a heavy hitter in the financial department, so I've got a lot of work to do. A lot of tasks that... Now, the tasks are a good way to get your trader opinion up of you, basically help you in leveling up your traders so that they offer you more items for maybe less money and just a better time, maybe more money for quests. I don't know, they give you rewards. I don't pay attention to those types of things because it's not getting into the raid, trying not to get killed, and getting out. That is where I enjoy my time the most in this game. So I will attempt again, because I went in, shot 2 bullets, got out of there. So I'll go in again for this time for interchange. And maybe... So there's also seems to be some sort of event or something happening where the boss is guaranteed to spawn on every map that comes with a boss. Now, what that means is every single map except Ground Zero, the boss is gonna be there. Now that's a fun time for me personally, as I'm the one playing at this current second with those current rule set. But that's alright, you know, I never feared no boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bosses don't scare me. I'm not worried about... I can't even pronounce half of their names. And that's a problem for me. That's not their fault, that's my fault. But that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. Well, if we see the boss, you'll understand it's the boss from my screaming and running the other way. Like, you'll very quickly tell whenever we're dealing with a boss of the map. Usually. Or I'll die so fast that I won't have any clue what's going on. Both of those are possibilities into seeing the boss. Now, I'm going to try and run through... like I said, I'm going to try and run through the main storyline quest a little bit, as much as I can, get into a couple raids, show off the game a little bit, without, you know, I'm not... Let me throw this out there very early in this Tarkov journey. This is the beginning of the Tarkov journey. I'm really bad. I'm not that good. Those two details need to be understood by everyone here. Everyone, all of you, and you in the audience. All of you need to understand. It's a learning process that well, let's just say I have a very slow learning brain. So it's going to take a while, all right? It's going to be a lot of baby steps into getting better. And this is just PVE. I haven't even thought about going into the savages and the wolves out there in PvP. Are you kidding me? Real world humans? Actual players? Shooting at me with the intent to kill? No. I'm not ready for that. And I don't know if my hardware will ever let me be ready for that. But I digress. It's not important, as we are starting our PvE journey. Our learning process to figure out how to be better at the game and die less. It's gonna be quite the process. Once we load in, of course. Once we get all the assets of the map loaded in. Now, what I was mentioning earlier about my hardware, and I've mentioned it 1,000 times, and we'll mention it 1,000 more, about my hardware being insufficient and ineffective. It will load me in slower than pretty much everyone else playing the game. Now, one thing I'm not quite the biggest fan of is the higher standard edition, or the higher editions of the game. Say you buy the $30 edition of the game, the standard edition of the game. You will load in at a specific time or whatever. Your timer like this will start up and you'll load in. If you buy a higher edition of the game, say you buy the $60, the $100-something, or the $200 edition, you are likely to have an advantage on load time. You're likely to load in the raid ever so slightly faster. Now, when you're loading in ever so slightly faster, that doesn't sound like a crazy advantage, but when you're loading in ever so slightly faster, and the computer of the person loading into the raid 15, 25 feet away from you takes a minute and a half sometimes 4 minutes to load that person into the raid. Quite the disadvantage on that person's part. Now, am I stupid? Or did this just spawn me? It spawned me right next to the area with the boss. Good! Well, it's time to show off my first death! Alright, so there's a boss in this area, and he's not gonna be happy that I want to take his stuff. However, I kind of want to take his stuff. Sir? Sir? I'm here to loot your base. Is there anyone here? I'm not hearing this guy, but that could be due to the fact that my ears have been trolling me. No? Maybe it didn't spawn. Maybe it's only one of the bosses that are guaranteed to spawn. And if that's the case, I could have got lucky, and it spawned the guy up top. I suppose if it spawns me right next to the area with the boss, it's not very likely. Not very likely to spawn the boss in, I suppose. I don't know. Just gonna run around this area, pick up all his food. Now, my objective is to either be here 3 times or survive it once. We could work on trying to get that survival 1 time done. Let's see what my exit is. Probably, yeah, it's the railway. So I have to get to the railway and survive this raid. However, I'm not the biggest fan of an extremely uneventful raid. Now, I will absolutely... I can't lie to anyone here. I would be completely okay with going into a raid, walking around aimlessly, doing nothing for less than 5 minutes, and then finding my way to the exit. If I just search one bag and find one thing. What is going on here? Oh, nice. I haven't figured out the items that I'd picked up yet. Got a couple beef jerkies. I got a rat cola. Things are looking up. You have now this game, another thing I haven't really touched on yet. You have a hydration meter and an energy meter. You have to eat and drink to keep those up. That affects, you know, stamina regain and all kinds of stuff like that. Plus you'll just die. You'll start to die if you lose. If you're at 0 on either of those, you'll dehydrate or you just will hunger, starvation. There's a whole complex health system, which you've already seen a little bit of because I've been shot a ton, especially in that tutorial, where there's a head hitbox, there's thorax, stomach, left arm, right leg, left leg. There's a whole plethora of options. Now, I usually go into raid with minimal to no medical items on me. Do not make my mistake. It's dumb. It's stupid. I do it personally because, well, I don't know. I'm not very intelligent. I don't have a great answer for you. I don't do it often. I tend to go into raids with little to no medical items, get shot once in the first fight that I take, and then I'm bleeding for the rest of the raid because I didn't bring in any bandages or tourniquets or ways to stop it. That can obviously end up becoming a problem. It could hurt your survivability chances of the raid. Now, granted, at the same time, avoid bullets, don't get shot, forehead. Now, that's a great counterpoint. That's a great point you've just made there. If you don't make contact with people that hit their shots, then you do have that as an option in not bringing any medical items. However, I'm an extremely aggressive and fast-paced player. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side of the building. Alright, that was an American. That was an American voice. Oh my gosh! That guy's so powerful and strong. Stop shooting at me. Ow, dude. See, as I said. Please, please, sir, have your medicine on you. Have you some medicine, please, man. He didn't have no medicine. He has a better backpack though, so I'll take it. Oh, he has a medicine. Medical. All right. Now, hopefully, I stop this heavy bleed and can heal up my thorax before too many problems. Now, as I was just saying before, don't exactly want to end up in this situation where you're fingers crossed hoping that you survive because you didn't bring any medical item in and you put yourself in a bad position. Now this guy thankfully gave me a even better MPX than the one I'm currently rocking, and that's awesome. And you know what? Let me just take his armored rig here because it's much better than the armor I have on. So let's uh-oh. Who's that? I hear footsteps. I hear footsteps and my hearing sucks, which means they have to be close-ish. Huh? Who's shooting at me? And from where is the question. Some of y'all could pinpoint the exact location of them using your echolocation right now. I don't have that option. I do not have that option. Alright. Let's go back to searching this guy. Just for a short period of time. Let's just take his guns. Let's just take his guns. And honestly, his helmet too. His you know what? His earpiece. Let's just take this guy's whole identity, to be honest. Let's just take his whole identity. Now usually PMCs give me the most trouble. Which is what those were. And you could tell they were PMCs because they were screaming American at me. And not just yelling at me in Russian. That would be the tell, usually, if it's a scav or an American. Now, this guy had the MP5, also a fun gun. I might want to pick this MP5 up. He had picked up some dude's AK, but I don't know if I want to pick up the AK. Don't know if I want to pick up the AK, gotta be honest. I'll pick up the pistol to sell, though, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Honestly, nah, mine's better. Theoretically. Theoretically. Take me another headset. See, I could try and, well, no, I couldn't. I actually couldn't try that now. Now, could I, however, do this and zen this? Haha, I could. Alright. Now let's check this last guy and we will get ready to dip. Where did I kill that guy though? Should be one more body, right? Right? Am I tripping? Did I kill 2 or 3? Pay to win is awesome. Pay to win is extremely cool. I'm so glad that games that games decide that that's what they need to do. Here he is. Here's this last American guy. You know. Yeah, pay to win's extremely appreciated by everybody, I believe. I think everyone loves it. I don't know. I'll have to do another. I'll have to run back through the. I'll have to do another. What's it called? I'll have to quiz everybody. You know, have to give everybody the test. See how they like it. See if they appreciate it. Now, I'll just. I don't know. See, now I'm kind of deciding. Now I'm debating. I have a bunch of stuff on me, but how much of it is keepers? How much of it is a must keep? The P226, I don't know. Maybe I just drop this pistol. The extra ammo would be more worthwhile. Extra grenades, cause yeah. Alright. Let's just heal up a little bit. Just a tad. Get the heals up, and then we're gonna run all the way to the exit, which is extremely far away. Yay! MGS series win, brother. Listen here, man. It's coming. All right. Now I don't want anybody. I didn't want to throw. I don't want to throw out other. I don't want to talk about other series when I'm playing. When I'm playing a different game, but I can confirm Metal Gear Solid will be played on the channel, and the entire series will be played from 1, 2, 3. Not 4 yet because it's not on it's not on PC, but very soon, very very soon. I was specifically waiting mostly for Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots is going to be released on computer in the Metal Gear Solid Master Volume Collection 2. I'm probably getting that wrong, or maybe the order, maybe the words, I don't know. Master Volume Collection 2. It's coming out, I believe, within the month. I believe we're less than 30 days away from the Master Volume Collection 2. Now, I had hoped to wait as long as possible until that came out so that when I started the series, I could play Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid 5. And I did not have to play Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, not have 4 because it's not an option for me, it's not on computer, and then go straight to 5. I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to avoid doing that by waiting basically as long as possible on the Metal Gear series. If you were wondering exactly what it was that was holding me back on playing the Metal Gear, that would be what it is. That would be what it is. Eat a little pate. Eat a little pate real quick. I'm hungry. I'm a little hungry, you know. I'm in a lot of pain. My right arm's been gone the entire raid. And that's just good, you know? I mean, if I aimed in, you could see I'm a little shaky, a little stuttery. This right here, this beautiful scenery, walking through on this highway, on this road, only capable thanks to the glories of PVE. Because if I was not playing PVE, trust, I would have been dead in the road 60 miles back by somebody who was hiding on a rock or in a bush waiting to shoot some dummy that was deciding to run through the road. So if you're playing PvE, did I start heavy bleeding? I started light bleeding. That's fine. A light bleed can be treated through my bandage. So that's okay. Not too much worried about a light bleed. Let's just get some heals going on my way. I'm trying to avoid any more contact. Avoid any more fights, that's for sure. You started MGS 2? I heard good things. Metal Gear Solid, I heard you were on your way to Fat Man. And I don't know, you know, how far past or, you know, prior to that you are still. But I did wish, I told someone to tell you to wish you a lot of luck with Fat Man, because I had some trouble. I had some trouble myself with Fat Man, so that's a fun time. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2, the entire Metal Gear Solid franchise. I've said it before. If I had played it, oh, he's in the road. If I had played it any other time in my life, there's chances that it wouldn't have been played anymore. And if I played it, you know, the timing of me playing the series was near perfect to perfect. Because if it wasn't the timing it was, I would have either thought, well, this game is too hard, and it sucks, and I can't beat it, and I can't play it. Or, if I played it maybe at another time, I would consider it my greatest game series of all time. So it's very... it's very interesting, the difference in when I played it. Because, you know, timing is everything, according to a lot of sources. And my timing was impeccable. My timing was perfect on the Metal Gear series. Could not have chose a better time to play it, I would say. It's up there. It's not my favorite game series of all time because I think my brain's basically just been a little too developed. It's too developed to switch up on the game series I've always said my entire life. I will never shy away or turn away from Saints Row or Dead Rising. Those will always have a special place in my heart as the top game series of all time. Oh no. He's gotta throw a nade. Don't do it. I'm trying to avoid contact, sir. Trying to avoid contact. And that means with you, the enemy. Let's just get our breath back. Get our breath back. Remember, we have no left arm. Maybe that's right. No, it's the left arm. We have no left arm. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You know, Dead Rising might end up being a... It might not end up being a streamed game, though. It might end up just being a recorded game. I still have a lot of big plans for that I haven't elaborated on or gotten into just yet. Just yet. I don't wanna talk out of my bum. I don't wanna talk too much. Basically. Successful raid! Beautiful. That's 2 main story objectives completed relatively quickly. Very, very quickly. Got 2 bombs left to defuse next time I play. Yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there. You're about to reach Fat Man. Oh, Fat Man. Oh, wait, I just read that correctly because I misread it the first time. Have you heard about Elijah starting Dead Rising? He told me. He told me. And not only did he tell me, I heard the rage coming from the room. Understanding what had happened. It is Dead Rising, baby. You're playing one of the best games of all time. Now, control-wise, it's not exactly seen as one of the best games of all time. The controls, they're a little bit dated. They're a little bit for their time, you know, but yeah, it happens. It's fine. Nice. 3 kills. They were all PMCs, player characters, yet controlled by AI, controlled by the robots. And that's a huge raid. That is a huge raid. I didn't see Killer, the boss, so that's good. That's fantastic. Now, what was I talking about though? What was I yapping about? As always, I yap, and I yap, and I continue to talk, and I talk too much. I lose my place, and here we go. I continue to lose my place because I continue to talk with no real place of where I'm going. Anyway, we got out of there with an MP5. We got out there with a whole bunch of stuff, to be honest. We got crazy stuff. Now, I do have the slight advantage of just playing the game so far a lot. Tell Ragman what you found during the recon. Mr. Ragman, I gotta talk to you, buddy. I don't know what I was talking about. So, still a lot of big plans. I've got a new format in my mind, a new format of things to come. I'm thinking about potentially making this was after some talk with Elijah, the great Elijah. A lot of talking and a lot of conversating about ideas, plans, potential possibility, potential futures. This is one of the things we talked about. One of the things I floated the idea of. I'm considering starting a second channel, a second YouTube channel, and posting my full streams, the full Twitch live streams right here. Oh, there's an ad break. That sucks. I'm sorry to everybody that has not got Twitch Prime or has not subscribed to my channel. This sucks that Twitch works this way. I would love to turn the ads all the way down on the dial, but it's not possible. But I can continue going through my plans and ideas for plans that I have yet to actually act out and start working on. And by the time I'm finished, I'm sure the ad break will be over. So, I'm thinking about a second channel, a second YouTube channel, exclusively for the full streams of my Twitch streams. Whenever I'm done here, I end the stream, bam, pop this whole stream up onto the YouTube channel It's probably going to be named something like Full Panda 91. I don't know. We're figuring that out. I'm workshopping it. All right. We're going to work on that. Get a channel specifically for my full VODs, my full streams, and then the Panda 91 channel, the main YouTube channel that you were subscribed to, and that anyone who does know of my YouTube channel knows of that. That's going to start being more of the very shorter term content, like a probably anywhere from 10 minutes to my shortest form content isn't very short, so maybe an hour. I don't know. There's no telling. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how much actual editing I want to try and do and how much work I want to put into it. Because at the end of the day, it entirely revolves around how much work I want to do and how much work I want to put into it. Now, and I can't sit here and tell you that I'm gonna balls to the wall put 1,000% of my energy into it because I don't have the track record or history to make that claim, and anyone to believe me to stick to it. But in my head, in my mind, the beautiful future I envision is having a playthrough or playthroughs of all of the key games that I think either shaped me or just games that I respect tremendously and games that I love a lot. I plan on having a playthrough, a full playthrough for all of those games. The Dead Risings, the Saints Rows, I don't know. I mean, I'm playing Escape from Tarkov right now, but Escape from Tarkov and Rainbow Six Siege I would put into their own little categories of competitive, not story-based elements, stuff like that. Basically, I just have a lot of big plans right now, but they're all just plans. So don't go writing home about it just yet, because Panda 91 hasn't taken his steps through any of them yet. So they're all currently just plans. They're currently just ideas that I'm throwing at a wall and seeing potentially if any of them will stick. Now, I do love that idea, though. Don't get me wrong. I am loving the idea of a full VOD channel, and then hopefully my Panda 91 channel becoming more what you would expect to see from a YouTube content creator in shorter form, 10 to 15 minute videos of highlights, which are like the best moments from the entire stream. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's what we're thinking about. Anyway, we're talking with Ragman, and I got completely lost in where we were. So hopefully, we still got it figured out. He's telling me to probably go somewhere else now. Instead of interchange, where do you want me to go? Or this might be him telling me that I've unlocked a different trader. Potentially. Anyway, bye Ragman. You were cool. Let's go to the tasks, and now we talk to Skier. Haha! So we do. We have Skier unlocked. Skier's another trader. We currently have 4 technical traders. Really 3 traders that we can visit and talk to. We have Therapist, the health trader, all the health options, maybe some food. Not a lot of food, but some food. We got Ragman, who's the clothes and armor type of guy. A lot of, not many options really here, but enough to get your beak wet, enough to start you off. We have Fence, who's anything. This guy's got all kinds of stuff. Excuse my yawn. But it seems to be some type of like shared market type thing where if you wait too long, the item that you potentially want to buy could not be available. Say I click purchase and it just says this item is no longer available. Something like that. Go through and you get experience for just looking at the mystery items that you don't know about. So no reason not to just get the experience as soon as you have the option, as soon as you have the availability. Anyway, let's visit Skier. Actually, let's look at what task he's got for us. He's got wrench and waterboarding. We have to visit the lab. I'm not able to worry about that right now. That's a different task. That is something else.
Ты
Hey,
чё там трёшься? Да не ссы. Мне за тебя все рассказали. В порт собираешься? План говно, конечно. Но дело твое.
yeah, man. I'm just trying to escape from Tarkov.
Глазастый, да?
So if you can
Мою территорию не смотри, да?
advise me in how to escape from
Первые
Tarkov, that'd be
обустроенного
great.
порта в самом начале
That'd be great.
захерачили.
That was good
Так
though.
что помогать там
Talking
тебе
about
никуда не выйдешь.
the future plans. You got me going. You got the ball rolling on that one. Kind of snowball effect that conversation with the Metal Gear, conversation, the Metal Gear topic. So yeah, he said the thing. I don't know what the thing. What, Escape from Tarkov? Yeah, roll credits. We did it. We did it. That's game over. That's all I needed to see. So that was what we were here for. I'm done. That was it. That was all I wanted. Now, no, that's not true. I've got so much more to do. I've got a billion more things to do. Mr. Skier. Yep, you need money. He needs money. Believe it or not, like most people, he wants cash. Actually, I don't even think that's what he wants. He wants a different kind of thing. He just wants me to kill people, right? Yeah. No, never mind. Local punks, they died. Need a hand fixing up the place. Bring me some building supplies. Alright, what do you need, brother? Anything, huh? Alright, go to customs. Find some materials. Correct. Survive or extract from customs. Hand over building materials. 5 items. Ooh. Okay. 5 building materials to Skier from customs. That's our next task. Our next bona fide task. So I will do that. Let's attempt another raid. Let's see. You don't necessarily need to keep the handbook where, you know, you don't have any new notifications or whatever, but that's what I like to do. So I like to do it, and then the game screws me over because it says that I didn't do it after I did it. I go through everything. I click on all the green exclamation points, and then the game's like, hey, remember that green exclamation point that you didn't click? And I'm like, no, I don't, because I clicked them all. Yeah, well, you didn't click them all. I did, though. That's exactly what I did. I clicked them all. Anyway. I mean, it's all... I mean, that's plot stuff right there. If you want to know some extra plot, there you go. I'm not about to read it. It's not of my big concern. Okay, do I have any splints? Of course I do. Oh, I didn't... Alright, let's see if I can... Hold on. Put this here. Oh, brother. See, I've run out of space. And I just started. I ran out of space before I even got to start. That's crazy. I'll just keep the food on me, you know. I might need to eat during the next raid. Everything else we're chilling on. We'll put these things up too. I need to consider heavily investing in a junk box of some kind. I could move a lot of the ammo and stuff into like the bags. The bags are empty, so that's one way to like save a lot of space. I don't feel like doing that yet. I may do that at another time. Maybe off stream, maybe not. Who knows? Who bloody knows? Who bloody well knows? Everything else we're looking fine. We're looking good. Alright, back into customs to see about finding building materials. I've got a helmet. Excuse me. I've got a suppressed AUG. I've got an MPX with a couple 40-round clips in the tactical rig. Now I'm absolutely just like mostly chock-a-block full, so I'm gonna have to look for very small, quick quick tools to get out with, you know, maybe one slot tool items. I need to consider selling a bunch of stuff to the traders. Although I haven't even unlocked every trader, so I can't. Mechanic is the best trader to sell weapons and weapon parts to, and ammo, and I haven't unlocked him yet, so I can't even do that. Watched the RE4 stream like a week ago and decided, yep, guess I should replay this game, and had a wonderful time doing so. Resident Evil 4 is an absolutely incredible game. I mentioned it during the stream. I still have to go back. I have a lot of Resident Evil 4 to finish, actually. I already checked, because I've reset my PC since the last time I was streaming. I think it was sometime last month. Maybe it may have been 2 months at this point. I don't know. It's been too long since I clicked that go live button on my stream, but I digress. I reset the PC, I factory reset it to where there was, you know, it was basically the computer started from zero, much like I have started from zero in Escape from Tarkov right now, this stream. But I restarted the computer from zero, basically so that Tarkov would work in any capacity. Because when I had it on my HDD, not the solid snake drive or whatever the other one's called. Sorry, that's what I call it. When it's on the HDD, I don't load in at all most times. There's no loading in. If I do load in, it's just it's laggy. It's not good. It's bad. It's a bad game. Believe it or not, I think Escape from Tarkov is a bad game when you're playing it on poor hardware that can't actually play the game. However, if you can get a computer with just enough specs and technology in the right that you can play the game, playing the game to me is such a blast. Oh, it's so much fun. So I factory reset the PC just so I could put it on the SSD, just so I could basically play Escape from Tarkov. So Escape from Tarkov has kind of ran my world for the past, you know, like I said, that toward the beginning of the stream, for the past month, I've pretty much, it's the only game I can play. I've found a new addiction, much like my Rainbow Six Siege addiction that lasted 7 years, 8 years. I found a new game to scratch I don't know, to scratch the addicted to a video game itch, because I love it. I've loved every second of the learning curve. Everything there is to when you die, and there's almost zero. There's 0.01% of things that you can learn and actually improve on because you died to some Jonas brother that's up in the windows of a random building that you didn't even know existed. Let's be fair. We didn't know that building existed, but we died to it. So now we have to be somewhat more knowledgeable that if I'm standing in this exact spot on this exact pixel at this exact time, I could get hit from some random Joe Blow. This guy is a sniper in the train and he's prone in there. He takes me out. He takes me out every time. But as I said on the interchange raid, in PvE you kind of have the freedom, not necessarily fully, you could still have a 4-man squad of PMCs that can be a very big problem. But you can, for the most part, fully expose yourself and run through the middle of roads and streets, and you're gonna get a warning before you die. Now that warning may just be "Suka play," and you just hear some Russian right before you die. No offense to anybody that I may have just offended, and I don't even know what I just said, so gotta watch out for that as well. But yeah, there's more of a warning in PvE because there's anything. There's a voice line that gives away the people that are about to shoot you, as opposed to the player the PMC actual real world player who's been hiding in this bush on this rock for the past 6 years, not moving, knowing that people like to cross this road or go through here. This is their key position of entry. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't know. It's a fun experience is what I'll say. It's a fun experience. Anyway. Oh, it could be. Could be. Could be. It could mean anything. You know? Could mean anything. I hope I'm being the most offensive possible. I hope everyone in the world is upset with me after my Escape from Tarkov streams because I'm just screaming Russian superlatives at them the entire time. Just a very rude boy. Did you hear about that rude Panda 91? Continuing to be such a rude boy? Yes. Yes, I did. I did hear about that rude boy. Nice. Alright, we're well on our way. 3 more items, boys. 3 more items. And this is one of them. Huge. Huge. 2 more big items. 1. 2. Alright. Now we can get out of here. Oh, hold on. Toolbox. Another item to steal. Now, if I could go around stealing items like this all the time with 0 repercussions, it'd be great. However, there are people trying to stop me from stealing these items. What's the extract? ZB 1011. So, oh, my brother. Oh, my lord. Are you under the car? No, he is not. But he's dead now. Hey, took him down. Took him down. There's 1 threat eliminated. Now, don't forget, we're still looking for Salewas. Whoa. What a weapon you had on you, sir. This man had him the gook. I might have to throw my Zeno away. Is this 6 items? Or is this something more? Something more. Throw that down. Throw that in there. Is it 6? It's not. Can I fold it? I cannot. Ooh, that sucks. I'm thinking about saying screw the MPX. Actually, I should probably say screw the Yog. Well, the Yog has a suppressor. I don't know. You know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave that weapon for another time. Which means I need to pick that one thing back up. Take the Zeno. Did I drop anything else? Nope. Alright. I have to get to the other side of the map safely, as I don't want to die. These jackets are very important to search, if you can, because they can have a key in them. Now, there's way too many keys in the game, but some of them are really good. Some of them, I have absolutely no idea where they go. So they're of no use to me, whereas they are use to other people. Where am I headed? Headed this way. I'm headed toward the big bad people. Headed toward the big bad people. No, don't do it. These guys are rude. These guys are rude. They'll shoot. They will shoot. Now, sometimes you can get away like that without having to start any combat. You don't have to blow nobody's brains out because they let you walk away. They let you get a little distance from them. And it's not as big of a problem. However, sometimes they don't allow you to get away. Sometimes they force you to fight. And that can be a problem. That can be a problem. Sometimes there could be a sniper up here. Up on those things. You gotta be extra careful in this game. You gotta be extra careful. They're always trying to kill you. They're trying to kill you from every direction. The main point of this game is survival. And that is not something that I'm known for. Not in the slightest. I'm a very aggressive player, fast-paced, and mostly bad. No. That's not true. That's not true. Big jump! Now that's huge right there. That was a huge move. I just saved myself about 15 seconds doing that move right there. That was good. That was real good. Now, I do have to heal up my legs, because I did just jump about 12 feet straight to the ground. You know, not ideal. Not ideal. I'm hearing footsteps off to my left, which sucks, because that ears have been causing me a lot of trouble. Whoa, uh-oh, there's the sniper. There's the sniper. I don't even know where he shot at me from. Now this is a problem. I'm running out of stamina. My exit is on the other side of this yard on the other way, over that fence there, over yonder. So I need to be very careful. I don't want to end up dying right before my objective. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. You know. Where did that guy snipe at me from, though, is the question. I don't know where that guy shot from. I would think on top of this building, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, brother. I couldn't tell you. You know. Alright. Now we're almost at the home stretch here. If we could just get to the other end of these gigantic oil tankers. Or whatever they are. I don't know if I was accurate in calling them that, but I'm still gonna call them that. See if there's any jackets or potential items to loot. Say a toolbox. Say perhaps a toolbox. Doesn't look like it though. That's fine. That's fine. You know. That's our exit right there. You know. I'm gonna go straight in. You know, I could be a little bit more, you know, adventurous because it's PVE. But that will come a little later. That will start whenever I'm in raids where there's 1,000 things to do. Right now, the goals are so narrow, they're so streamlined to a couple things that I can go in and out of raids very quickly without much thought of, you know, what I'm here to do. Now, eventually, when you have every trader unlocked and every single person is giving you tasks, you essentially can go into whatever map you want to with whatever goal in mind that you want to have. Because there's just that much to do. There's so much that can help, what's the word? Help boost you on your way to escaping Tarkov. So there's just so much. Now I'll show off the hideout a little bit after now that that one's over with. Now that we're here, after I put all of these items into this backpack and go give it to old buddy, Mr. Skier. Yes, I will accept burning rubber, because you'll just give me a free 20,000, and I do appreciate a free $20,000. I can't lie. If anyone in chat wants to just throw around a free $20,000 to me, I would greatly appreciate it, because I would use it to instantaneously buy a new computer, and you'd be getting ooh, the content would be flying after that, boys. It'd be flying out, I'll tell you what. But I got a little something to use. I got a little computer to go with for right now. I got something to use. There's no need for the upgrade as of right now, you know what I mean? I mean, old Betsy here, the old computer hasn't shut down for good yet. Now, it could happen at any given second. So you always have to be aware, cautious, and contagious. What am I supposed to? I'm supposed to visit Skier. Let's go talk to Skier. Let's give him these items. Hey! Big band from Noah V91. That's huge. No need to put her down yet. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Until I get the upgrade, I'm gonna be fingers crossed praying that old buddy. Oh man, I grabbed too many items. I grabbed one too many items. But yeah, until I have the means to be able to upgrade, I'm gonna be fingers crossed praying that this bad boy lasts a while. I have a lot of plans, all of it internet related, and all of it requires a computer. So, knock on wood, this thing stays around for a little bit. That was me. I just scared the absolute bloody hell out of my dog by knocking on the wood to try and make sure my computer doesn't get blown up. It's okay, boys. That was me. I understand your concern. That was my fault. I got a bit ahead of myself there and forgot that y'all two would lose y'all's minds when I knocked. Anyway. They've cut off the city, and we can't escape from Tarkov. Okay. Okay. Although, I might have to end stream here soon. I'm not gonna lie, because it's getting a little hot. So, I might have to end the stream just because a cooldown. Just so my computer can cool down, and I can cool down, and the room itself can cool down. But we've done a ton. I've done a lot. I feel like I've gotten plans off my chest. I've gotten a bunch of stuff done here. So I did not mean to do anything for sale. I meant to see if you have any jobs for me. All right, you don't. Peace, Skier. I'm gone then. I'm out. So, let's see what our next task is. Our next task is to talk to Mechanic. Yay! I unlocked Mechanic. Mechanic's, the two main, traders that I would say that you need for Escape from Tarkov to be fun to me, like the two main things I need to really enjoy myself, well, it's this guy right here. It's Prapper. I don't have him unlocked yet. I'll explain why Prapper is my favorite trader another time. But the two main traders you actually need are Therapist and Mechanic. Therapist will buy all of your medical items, all of your food and water, and all of your streamer items, which we haven't seen a single one of those yet. All of those items you could sell to Therapist for the most bread, the most cash, the most money. And then all of your weapons, your ammo, and your weapon mods, your attachments and such, they can be sold to Mechanic for the highest bread, the highest money-making potential. So those are the two most important traders to me that you have to unlock so that you can basically make money the way you would want to, the way you would think you would want to, by being a little rat, trying to, a little, what's the word I kept hearing by my other friends? A vulture. Ready to pounce on the dead bodies and siphon any valuable item off of their corpses. If you're playing that way, very much my favorite playstyle, then you'll want Mechanic and Therapist unlocked. Now, I think, like I said, I'm gonna call the stream here. We're gonna say thank you very much for joining. Thank you for being a part of the first Escape from Tarkov. This is kind of my relearning / training maybe a new generation of Tarkov players that's either going to start after me or starting around the same time as me. This will hopefully help you get off of the ground running, ready to start, making money, making waves in Escape from Tarkov. At least that's my goal. That's what I plan on attempting to do, attempting to get good at. Yeah, thank you all for joining. Thanks Noah V98 or 91. Sorry, my brain. Just thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being a part of the chat the entire time. You kept it moving. You kept it going. So, yeah, thanks. Peace. Have fun. Enjoy your day. I will be back either tomorrow or later today. I might be back later today, but it'll be a different game. It will be Yakuza 0 if it comes back. If I'm coming back later. Alright, I don't know. We'll see how hot it is. We'll see if the room cools down. Peace! Banger!